My loves, it is your girl Lolo Alexis, and I am back this week to discuss Phlur. Okay, I finally felt like it was time because Phlur has given us their fifth mist release for 2025, and we are barely over halfway through the year. So I'm like, how many more body mists are we gonna get? I'm not angry though, because I feel like out of all of the houses that are giving us body mist, Phlur is the only one that really truly gets it right the first time, because this has always been their lane. You know, right now we are in an era where inflation has taken place. There's tariffs, there's a lot going on. And so I do believe fragrance houses have responded with, let's give the people something they can afford, still feel good, still smell good, and still invest in. So we're seeing this era of body mist returning. Like, I almost feel like I'm in middle school again, because back then, baby, we had Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works battling it out. But now we have a lot more players on the field, but I still feel like Phlur dominates because, as we know, they started giving us body mist well before everybody else. So let's dive into the 5 that have been released in 2025 right now. As always, guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl, Lolo Alexis. On my channel, we talk about fragrance, fashion, fitness, and faith. My goal is to make you look good, feel good, smell good, but most importantly, be good all the way around. So if that resonates with you, make sure you like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. All right, let's dive right into today's video. I don't want to keep you guys all day, but I think, you know, after 5 releases, it's really time to give each one a review and let anybody who's been curious about them know what my thoughts are. If you have them, you know, give me your thoughts and, you know, get outside and pick which one's actually going to fit your vibe and is your favorite. So I'm going to start in order of the latest releases down to the oldest one. So we're going to start immediately with Miss Smith. Okay, Miss Smith is going to be a Granny Smith apple, obviously, but I must say I was pleasantly surprised. But let's get into the notes before I tell you why. So on the top, we have Granny Smith, apple, pear, and watermelon. At the heart, there's apple blossom, violet, and pink lady apple. And then at the base, there's pink praline and musk nectar. Now, even though there's a lot of apple notes in this, I have to say it is not as apple forward as I expected. See, with apple, I feel like apple is one of those fragrance notes that really can be childish if it's not done correctly. It's just not one of those notes that you can really, you know, get right. Because a lot of people, when they do apple, it just smells like something I would put on a little kid. I feel like apple and cherry is one of those like fragrance notes that just people don't know how to do it well. Because with cherry, it's going to either smell like cough syrup and medicinal, and with apple, as I just said, it's going to smell like some really artificial gummy bear and or juicy juice. But this kind of reminds me of Donna Karan's apple back in the day. Like, literally, it gives that kind of nostalgia, but it's very musky, and the apple is blended extremely well. I also get the smell. I also smell the watermelon and the pear a lot in this. And so I'm just like, okay, the green Granny Smith apple kind of is there. Like, there is some sour nuance to it, but this more so is very fresh, sophisticated, with a hint of juicy, fruity apple. It isn't childlike at all. It is definitely something that I see grown women wanting to wear. I also feel like this is perfect to kind of transition into the fall, winter as well, because it's not as bright and summery fruity. It's more so like it's fruity, but it's musky and would very well blend with other fragrances in your fall collection to soften it up. Okay, so that is my thoughts on Granny Smith apple. Next, we're going to go with vanilla nectar. Now, let me be real with y'all. This is my baby. This is my heart. I absolutely, positively adore vanilla nectar. You can already see the dent. And I know that by the end of summer, this is going to have the biggest dent. So let's get into the notes. It's got papaya nectar, apricot, sugared tangelo. At the heart, there's peach blossom, coconut orchid, jasmine dew. And at the base, there's whipped vanilla, cedar, and honeyed amber. This just smells good. Point blank period. It's warm, it's soft, it's fluffy, it's like a jammy, fruity apricot. You get a lot of the amber. You get so much of that like nectar, right? From the papaya. It just smells so good. To me, out of the 3 that were released this summer, this one is the most sweet summer, right? Like this is the most sweet, succulent summer fragrance, all right? This one is the one that you really add to just give a little vanilla, sugar, jammy sweetness to your fragrances. I have paired this on top of all of my mangoes, all of my tropical fragrances, anything that's got a little citrus where I'm like, oh, I'm just going to cut that with some like apricot. And because it has the tangelo in there, it also just goes, it just adds something so sweet and refreshing. Literally, it is one of their better ones. And I love all the Phlur body sprays, but this one has to be like in my top 3. Just smells so bleeping good, because I try not to curse, y'all. I've been working on me. I try not to curse, but it just smells so good, y'all. It just smells insanely good. Next is the duo of Beach Skin and Peach Skin, okay? I love these both. I won't say equally, but I definitely love both of them. And so we're going to start with Peach Skin, which I call this the pretty girl body mist. This is like high tea going to brunch body mist. It's very flirty, frou-frou, very like I wear, lace gloves on Sundays. I cut the crust off my sandwiches. It is a peach Bellini in a bottle. So the notes in this are, of course, peach Bellini, bergamot, and peach skin. At the heart, there's white freesia, vanilla orchid, and jasmine nectar. And at the base, there's milky sandalwood, sheer amber, and coconut caramel. But even though all of that sounds so like decadent, especially at that base, this is a very light fragrance. Like this one, in my opinion, wears the lightest of the bunch. It is just kind of like airy and sweet. And one thing that I really do enjoy though about this is that the peach in this is not your clean yellow peaches. This is more like white peach fleshy skin. So it definitely gives a sense of like fresh skin musk at the same time. Obviously, the peach Bellini adds a little pop and sparkle, something that gives us a little bit of a boozy essence. It really is very pretty girl. It is a very pretty girl scent. If you're somebody that wants something that's super feminine and super soft and super flirty, I think that Peach Skin is going to be the one for you. I also really enjoy that in the base there is some warmth, but I think that the sandalwood is what I smell the most. I don't get any of the coconut smell in this at all. I know it says coconut caramel, but it must just be playing in the background, kind of like, keeping the show going, but I don't smell it in this. I get a lot of peach. I do get that bright opening of the bergamot. And of course I get that fleshly peach skin. I do get, the freesia, which is probably airy and, adding to the airiness. And it's just really a nice fragrance. It really, really is. I can't complain. I love it. I wear it. The dent isn't huge, but I still really like it. I will say I probably reach for this one the least, but it's not because I don't like it. So it won't be getting decluttered. I just, don't reach for it as much as I probably should. But you know what? I'm going to fix that this week. Next, we have my second favorite of the releases this summer, and that is Beach Skin. This reminds me of getting massages on the beach early in the morning at a 5-star all-inclusive resort. It is fresh, it is sunny and solar, it is clean, airy, salty beach air in a bottle. So the notes on this, on the top, there's bergamot, ozonic accord, and pink pepper. At the heart, there's solar accord, coconut nougat, and melon. And at the base, there's sandalwood, vanilla, and musk. I mean, you see, the dent is here. I carry this literally in my purse when I'm going to the gym, obviously to the pool, to kind of give that like refreshing salt air, like clean girl vibes. This is so good. This also layers well with all of my freshies, like my Blanche by Byredo. This layers well beautifully with Mojave Ghost. This layers gorgeously with the new one from Goldfield and Banks, which is the Pacific Rock Flower. It literally is just a gorgeous body spray, just clean, salty, beachy. It smells very beachy. I think the most, prominent scent notes that I get when I spray this is the solar accord, that coconut. You smell it, that coconut muguet, whatever a muguet is, you smell the coconut in this. You get a hint of melon. I love that you get a lot of musk. The musk is very strong, and then you get that vanilla. Beautiful. 100 out of 10. Actually, 1,000 out of 10. 1,000 out of 10. I mean, now please don't get it twisted, because obviously this came out later and the dent is about equal. So don't get it twisted. Vanilla Nectar is still her for me, but this is a very close number 2 for the summer releases. And last but not least, and I have to have a moment of silence because I absolutely adore this one. Okay. Absolutely adore this one. I'm actually kind of disappointed that they came out with it so late in the spring, because I definitely feel like this is more of a deep fall winter body spray, and that is Vanilla Smoke. Y'all, this is so sexy. This is so sexy. I really hope that Phlur makes this a perfume. Out of all of the ones that I presented, I feel like Vanilla Smoke and Vanilla Nectar should be perfumes, but absolutely Vanilla Smoke, okay? Absolutely. The only reason why the dent isn't huge is because it came out right when we were popping into spring and it was warming up. And to me, this is just a little too heavy to be wearing in the warmer months. So let's just get into the notes. On the top, we have bergamot, pink pepper, and birch. First of all, Phlur loves some bergamot, don't they? And some pink pepper. At the heart, we have cacao blanc or cocoa blanc, cashmere, vanilla, and tonka bean. And at the base, there's incense, pear balsam, and amber. That base is what does it for me. I love pear balsam, Peru balsam, excuse me. I love Peru balsam. This is the one that I feel like men, you need to hop up on this immediately. This is so sexy. It is so just perfectly balanced. The incense isn't too much. The pink pepper adds some sweetness to this along with the vanilla. The tonka bean adds some smooth, nutty facets. We get the cacao, and it's just giving that, undertone of like bitter chocolate, right? We get that brightness from the bergamot, but this is just such a beautifully done body mist. It is going to go so well with so many things in the fall and winter season, as a topper, as a refresher. And literally, I can't wait for it to get cold so that I can just spray this constantly. Like, hopefully the next perfume they give us is Vanilla Smoke. I know I'm not the only person that advocated for this. I think most frag heads that smell Vanilla Smoke were like, yo, why is this not a perfume? Like, we love that you gave it to us in a body mist, but this is one I want to last on my skin for 6-7 hours. Now, what I will say about the Phlur body mist, you're going to get 2 to 3 hours out of them. And that's, normal for a body mist. So these are meant to be carried around and, sprayed over and over again. But baby, I want to smell like this all day. I want to smell like this all day. The prominent notes that I get from this, honestly, are the amber, the cashmere vanilla. I get a lot of that cacao. I don't really smell birch, but I need to familiarize myself with what birch actually could smell like, because I do have it in a couple of fragrances that I really love. So I could love birch, but I don't know. But I definitely know I love Peru Balsam. It's in a lot of Amouage fragrances. It's also in a few it's in King Side by Mind Games, and Mind Games uses it a lot, and I love the house of Mind Games. So I need to familiarize myself more so with birch because it's used as well. So I need to know from a raw stance what it smells like. But whatever it smells like, it must be why I'm so addicted to vanilla smoke, because baby, I can spray this on by itself all day if it was a perfume. But I will say, if you love roses, if you love ouds, your cherry fragrances, your like caramels, this is going to go so good as a, next level scent profile or scent experience to your layering combination. So that is today's video, guys. Leave a comment below about your experience with the Phlur body mist and what you wish Phlur would come out with next. And if there is any other body mist that I have not tried that you love, definitely leave a comment so that I can put my nose on it. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a wonderful week and happy sniffing. Ta-ta.